Okay, guys, this is a pick a card reading. This is a relationship reading. You can use it for whatever you're wanting, whether it's twin flame, whether it's regular relationship, whether it's soulmate, whatever. This is just a relationship reading with using the Vice Versa Tarot. And I'm also using my phone as a camera, which I think has much better sound and picture, so go figure. Alright, so take a moment to focus. Pick pile 1, 2, or 3, and we shall commence. Oh, but you can't really even see them, can you? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, here we go. Oh, but I'm sure they're backwards, aren't they? Because you can't. Okay. Right, so we'll start with number 1. Okay, so now. Oh. Looks like you might have had some kind of conflict or a fight in this relationship. I would encourage you, and I say that because I see in the primary position, I see the 5 of Wands. And that 5 of Wands is telling me to be careful. This side of the Vice Versa is saying, don't let healthy competition get out of control. And you see these two people are battling. So that when in a relationship context, that means don't let your aggression come out towards your partner. Don't be careful of that. Beware of that, or it might have already happened. Here we've got the High Priestess here and the King of Swords with his back to us. So someone's not speaking to somebody. And I think perhaps this, well, I can't say about gender, but someone's not speaking. And right now, with this Ten of Swords, it looks like, it's over. But the hidden message of the Ten of Swords is there's nowhere to go but up from here, right? So Ten of Swords, nowhere to go but up. So I'm not saying it's a new beginning, but there is an opportunity here. So let's see what that opportunity is. Let's grab some more cards here. Okay, so somebody's upset. They're thinking about it. They still have passionate feelings, but they're really irate. So someone's really angry, and they're on the way out. Now, this is actually the Chariot card, which is the road to success. So in this position, I would say there will be a successful outcome. You're on the road to success, but I'm not sure how that relates to this situation. Let's look. Okay, so this Ten of Pentacles, it's a card of family. It's a card that says, okay, the loving family, the adoring children, looking at the father. But in this position, it's also saying that you need to get out of whatever situation you're in. Now, you might have closed yourself up in the house. You might have locked yourself into an emotional position. But you got to get out of that in order to move. If you don't, you'll stay where you are. And somebody's overburdened. So maybe the fights that you've had are because the other person or you are overburdened. Maybe your emotions are really on edge because you feel weighed down. But the answer to this is either delegate or just understand that this person is under pressure. Because here is the Two of Cups. So this is a loving relationship. There is potential for unity between these people, to see eye to eye and to meet in their heart space, because it's a couple that loves one another. So this is the Emperor. Now the Emperor, or actually it is the Emperor, but this is the Four of Coins. The Four of Coins, this Emperor is thinking about what he has to do to, what kind of creative solution he can do to, he can come up with. So he's thinking about the problems or what he can do to solve them or what's important in this situation. And in the end, it's the Star card, which is the relationship card, which is what you hope for. So I think from this pile, from this read, it may have been a breakup, it may have been a big fight, someone's not speaking. However, a decision will be made to reach out, I think, I hope, yeah. And after someone considers what was going on with them, or what the situation is, because there is still passion here. And they'll reach out, and there is potential for this relationship to get back on track. So that's pile 1. Hope it resonates. Okay. Now, let's move on to pile 2. Pile 2. 4 of Wands. Stability in a relationship. Celebration. 9 of Coins. I don't read reversals, the Death card, because there's enough difficult energy in the cards without me reading reversals. I only read the Chariot reversed in certain situations, which just indicates to me the length of time it'll take. The Tower. Okay. So this situation, this actually does look like a breakup. Whereas before there was a fight and it looked like somebody was withdrawing and the relationship was over. This looks like the relationship actually, either something shocking happened or the breakup happened. So, and it happened because somebody was, what they wanted in the situation was changing. Somebody had a change of what they wanted. Could be in a marriage context, could be in a long-term relationship. But what started off as the Four of Wands, as the marriage bower, has turned into the Tower. Okay? So, so there was a hope that for reconciliation, which is the Knight of Swords rushing back, you know. But right now the situation is fragile. There's some kind of fragile situation here. It's a little bit dangerous. It with the Justice. This is the Justice card, but with the Justice in reverse here, it's possible that it's a little fragile. It's a delicate situation, and it's a little testy. But we have the Ace of Cups here, which is the Love card, which is saying that, you know, there is a relationship here, there is good fortune here. However, this side of the card is saying, don't look for too much too soon. Don't look for the knight in shining armor. Have your eyes wide open when it comes to the relationship. Here's the Two of Swords. Now, the Two of Swords, in my estimation, it's telling us two things. It's saying, look at reality, see what things for what they are, but it's also saying this is a time for you to go inward, look inward, protect yourself mentally and physically. The sword, one sword represents the physical, one sword represents the emotional. So protect both of those things. Maybe that's what you have done. This is the Knight of Coins. Now, in this, when it's facing this way, this is someone who's actually would really love to hear from you. They're just not moving towards you. So maybe there's someone like that in this situation where they would love to hear from you, but they're not moving towards you. Somebody has walked away. And is not speaking. I guess in this position, it looks like, see, this is the Queen of Wands, but she's not talking to us. So, maybe it's a woman who left the situation. She walked away. Now, if it was facing this way, I would say there's hope. What looks like an ending might be a new beginning. But when it's that way, it's either you're thinking about walking away or someone has walked away. And be careful. They may have walked away taking something with them, and someone's not speaking. Now, if this is not the woman who is not speaking to you, then perhaps it's a need for you to go inward as she is going inward. She's not talking to anybody, this queen, because she needs to go inward and meditate and figure out what she's going to do. She needs to create her a situation for herself. Maybe because of this breakup. And here is the emperor. Now, this emperor is also taking time to think. He's taking time to think about what he needs to do. He would like to be a provider. He would like to be a leader, but he needs to figure out what he has to offer. He may be a bit rigid, and he may be a little bit of stuck in his ways, but he is a provider, and he does consider things deeply. Let's see. This is the Queen of Pentacles. She represents courtesy. She's cordial. She's takes care of others. But in this position, let's see what she's saying to me. She's saying, and this is the Nine of Wands, which is hard work. This is the King of Wands, and in this position, he is considering moral and ethical questions. He's really going deep to try to figure out what's going on. This also represents the doctor, so maybe someone's been to the doctor and waiting on test results, but I think that this is saying something else. There's some Seven of Wands, there's some mischief there. You will get a call. But the devil here is telling me that there's some unhealthy emotional patterns here. Some bondage, some kind of situation that really needs to be broken up. And so, so if I'm looking at this, this is telling me the two are reconsidering. I would say there's some. This is not a healthy situation. I think it might have been right for this crisis or this breakup was caused because of this situation, this unhealthy situation. Is there anything we can do? Well, you would like some action to be taken, but it's not here yet. And to establish something, you'd really have to think outside of the box. This is the Hierophant, represents marriage and also agreements and also institutions, established institutions. But on this side, you've got to think outside the box about what it is that you really want. There'll be a breakthrough. And you have to believe in whatever magic you've done or whatever magic you believe in, what your true beliefs are. This looks like a breakup that was caused by some kind of either addiction or some kind of unhealthy patterns. You have to be careful not to just to see it for what it is. You may hear from this person, but it looks like there's some kind of a trick there. Oh, now this warrior has his head bandaged. There's some mental illness there. Well. You have had an epiphany. You know what needs to be done. With this Hangman, you have an epiphany. You know what you need to do. It has come to you, and now you have to act on it and have faith. And I think it's walking away. But that's pile number 2. Hope that resonated for somebody. I'm not sure what we're looking at here, but hope everything is all right. All right, so our pile number 3. Our pile number 3 is the Lovers. 3 of Cups. The Wheel of Fortune. Okay. The World. Now this is actually a new love situation. It's something that you've hoped for, something that you're happy, excited about, but it's unclear how it's going to play out. And communication is you're just trying to get your footing here. You're just trying to establish this Knight of Swords is, you see, he's barefoot. He's got to find his footing. He's not quite sure of himself. So this might be a fledgling relationship. You're not sure where it's heading. You're starting a new chapter in your life. This is the World card, but this is a joyous yogini who is kind of setting out on a new path in life. All of her experiences have led to this, and she is excited and exuberant about moving forward. Now this is the 8 of Swords. Now this is the present situation. Now there's an interesting meaning for me when I see the 8 of Swords. 8 of Swords, you see this woman. She thinks she's tied up, but she really, and this is the message, you have to think positive. You have to have an extremely positive attitude right now, because this woman thinks that she's bound. She thinks she's stuck. She thinks she's surrounded by swords and that she'll be cut. She thinks she's blindfolded. She can't see. But if she had a positive attitude, she would realize that she's not tied tightly. She could get out of these bonds if she wanted to. The swords don't surround her. She has a way out behind her. And she could just walk away if she had a positive attitude. And if she had the bird's eye view of the eagle here. So the message is right now, keep a positive attitude. That's going to be your best friend. Because you have a lot of anxiety. You have a lot of anxiety about either this situation or just in your life. You may have anxiety. You may have other issues. But these issues are in front of you. You're looking at these swords. It's not like we're behind you and it's like, oh, it's so scary. I don't know what's going on. It's daunting. This, you've got everything in front of you. You know what's going on. So, somebody returned from, this is the 6 of Cups. This is a really lovely connection. This is a loving relationship between two people. It's delightful. It's a delightful sort of feeling that you get with this person. And wish fulfillment. You're in a position right now, if you make a wish, the universe is poised to fulfill your wish, and that's a great thing. This is something you might have wished for, and it's happening. Now, patience is required. This is a Temperance card. Patience is required. This angel is doing alchemy. Patience is required for things to come to fruition. But whatever doesn't happen is happening for a reason. You're being protected by the lion and by this seagull, I guess. You're being protected from bad things by being patient. Now this person, the 6 of Coins, when you see this person, you should treat them in a very friendly manner. You should be, the 6 of Coins, I'm not sure why, but this is someone you should treat them very charitably. You should host them very well as a friend without wishing for more, even though you'll probably get more. They're considering the situation, and the best way is to just treat them as a loving friend. You'll have a conversation. The 7 of Wands. You've had a victory in the past, and you're on higher ground. There's still more work to be done, but this also represents an important conversation that needs to be had. And then, the Ace of Coins. Now this is the yes card. The answer is yes if you've got a question in your mind. But also, this is, things are going to unfold even better than you have imagined when this card comes up. So, this is a very positive card of good fortune. So this is good fortune for you, this new relationship. You may be a little worried about it, but you shouldn't be, because it's a delight. And there's a lot of wish fulfillment here. So decide if it's worth it for you. If you've got to decide if it's worth it. If it's worth it, give it your all. And then you'll be sitting pretty like the Empress. That's a great card to get because she's in charge. She's the ruler of her realm. She's got a lot of good fortune, and she's grateful for everything that she has. So that's it, guys. We had two kind of shaky readings, and then one kind of nice new relationship reading. But keep your head up, and like, share, and subscribe. Okay, bye, guys.